All right, I'm on. I am so not techie. I know I keep saying this, but I'm not. Welcome everybody. Kathy Arbor here. And today we're going to be playing with my file folder. So last week, you probably remember I did this here, and it was on a half a file folder. Hey Ray. Yeah, I'm so on techie. Like, I need somebody to help. But I managed to get on, yay. So, we did this last week, and this is going in my March file folder. So this was the March. I haven't finished it, so I thought today would be a good time to do all the little bits and bobs and pieces to my file folders that I have done so far, because they're all unfinished. So it might be a little bit of a slow process because I have nothing planned. So I'm gonna kind of audition things, I guess you could say. Now the one thing I do know is I want this cut because it's going to be a pocket. Do you jessel your folders first? Sometimes I do, depends what I'm doing. If you're going to be doing any kind of acrylic painting, it's probably best to put some kind of gesso on it, especially if you don't like this color. And it stops the paint from soaking into those pieces of paper, because it soaks right in and then you can't really move the paint. Or you can also put a medium of some sort, so gel medium, fluid matte medium, clear gesso, that type of thing would work also. If you got a paper, what I normally do is when I'm putting the paper on, I usually use matte medium to put them on, and I always put matte medium on the paper, on this paper, and then on top. So that way I can wipe away paint if I need to, and it's not going to stain the paper. Now someone did send me a message on Instagram, I believe. I'm not sure who it was now. She was from the Netherlands, and I went to click on it, on her message, and I don't know, I'm not techie, so it disappeared and I couldn't find it again. But I did see her message, and it was to do with file folders. I guess she can't get these types of file folders in the Netherlands, and she was wondering, she did find some online, and I guess she has a friend in the States or something that was gonna send her some, and she wanted to know if they were the right ones. Any file folder is fine. You don't have to be doing my particular file folder. Any one is good. I'm just going to get rid of some of this paper here. I'm just fussy cutting this while I talk. So whatever you can find is fine. This is just what I had on hand. I'm not saying it's the only one you can use. You can use whatever you want. There's many, many, many different types of file folders. I did find some new ones on Amazon that I haven't shown you yet that I thought were kind of cool. I'll show you those as soon as I'm done this. I just like a file folder that's got the manila paper. Hey Lena, Kim, Joan. Okay, so this is, so I just cut around. I didn't cut all in these little areas here. That doesn't need to be done. And it gives it more strength if there's not these flimsy putting stuff behind it. Now, there's the line where it folds. So I don't really want it to fold over this part here. Maybe more like that. So what I'm going to do, get a pencil here of some sort. Oh, there's one. So I'm just going to, I want it on the edge basically. And there's my fold line there. So I'm just going to fold this over. And I'm going to glue that. And for this side, I'm probably just going to glue this whole thing. I'm not going to worry about, maybe I'll cut around the edge here. This isn't going to be the a pocket, the other side. So are any of you doing the file folder, and how are you coming along with it? The springtime is here pretty well. So there's probably going to be a lot of flowers, birds, nature, that type of thing in my file folders from now till November. I'm going to be reading chat, so any people watching the recording, you can fast forward through those parts. Oh God. Kim. Yeah, Lena, your broom is to die for. I love your windows. I'm a window person. I love as much light as I could possibly get into a room. I just love the sun. It's not the wisest thing living in the northern hemisphere. It's pretty cold in winter, but and then I think I'm going to, let's see, a ruler. Just going to put a ruler down that fold line, and I'm just going to burnish a line there. So it's easier to fold. You love lots of sunlight? Ugh. Yeah. Being a gardener and loving plants. Oh my God, I'd have so many plants in that house, Lena. You'd have to move out. The plants would take over, I'm sure. Let's see, I need some, well, maybe I'm going to put this 3-in-1 on this, just because it's fairly heavy. And sun's good for you. I know there's a lot of people that say no, it's not, but you know what? I think this is my personal opinion, so don't email me. Yes, you can get cancer from too much sun nowadays, but you also do need a certain amount of sun for the vitamin D aspect. Because vitamin D is one of the most important vitamins that your body needs on a daily basis. It affects every part of your body. And a lot of people don't realize, because it can mimic all kinds of things when you're deficient. And it can also cause you to have a more harder time when you do get sick, because it also helps your antibodies. So if you're deficient, then you can't fight off sickness as well. I'd love to have furniture. We would have two furniture. Yeah. Oh, that'd be all right. You know, I know a lot of people have beautiful greenhouses and stuff like that. Now, I didn't put anything on the bottom here because I think I'm going to put washi tape along the bottom. Just thinking. So that goes like that. So now, see how it kind of fits in? Like, you can put any of these in. Just fit them in. See little birds peeking over the... So it looks cute. Now I could cut that out, but this would be more fragile then. It'd more likely bend and break off eventually, especially if you're putting things more into things. This is what we did on our Tuesday class of watercolor for beginners. So if you're interested in watercolor, go check out that video. And it's all simple watercolor for beginners. And this was on negative painting. You could put it any which way you want. You could use this as a card. You could frame it. That kind of looks cool like that too. Putting a matting on it. It's all kinds of stuff you can do. My dad always used to say that when I was doing school homework, he used to say, stand up for a bit and stretch your eyes. I love this. You could punch a hole in the glass top and put ribbon. Oh, good idea! See? It's always good to have a stream so you can... That's a good idea. I think I'll do that. I think I have a hole punch somewhere. Where is it? That would be perfect for it. Where did I put that thing? Of course I can't find it because I'm not ready. I know I have one in here somewhere. But where? Oh well, I guess I'll have to just punch a hole. Just a little one. I could put a brad on there, I suppose. Or not a brad, what do you call them? Eyelet thing. Let's see. Let me get some. Gonna go searching, so let's see what I got in this little container here of this and that. Oh, here's a, I'll use this. A little piece of that ombre silk, I don't know what it is. It's ribbon, or it's not really ribbon. Great idea. I like adding the, I really do enjoy the cool things that people are doing with fabric and all kinds of embroidery, and looks so cool. I'm not a great bow tire. I know there's probably a specific way of doing that, but it'll do. It'll work. There. Cute. Kind of twist it a little bit. There, see? That'll be cute. Won't be in the way. That should be down enough now. So I could put this, see, this is for my artwork, so I could have this in the back like that. Over here, and I could actually grunge up the corners and stuff, but let's work on this side. What I was thinking of doing is making a little birdhouse out of scrapbook paper and using it as a side tuck. So I have these Stamperia papers here. This is the winter one. I can't remember what it's called. But I liked the these pieces. I thought these would be really cool as the sides of the birdhouse. And this one here, this is really neat. I like the cracked paper. And then this could be, you could actually use this as the roof. There's some more of it there. Or you could use that as the roof too. So, we could just do a really tall one. That would be kind of neat as the roof also. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? So I've got quite a few of those panels on this. Now we could use, let's see, draw something out first. Always best to draw things out, figure it out before you cut. There it is. So, probably something really tall. And it can go over to about here. And let's see. Now, see, we have to take a, this is just me. If you want to just go ahead and put any old house on it, go for it. Because of my background, it's ingrained in my head to look at perspective in all areas, size and foreshortening and whatever else it needs to have. So I'm looking at this here, and the perspective is this, that you're looking pretty much head on right here. So you're not going to see a whole lot of angle, but you will see a bit. So what I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to have the roof like this, nice, and then comes down. It's a tall one, and maybe it'll be a multi-level one. Let me think. Or we could have two together that are connected together. I did draw one out. It could be on an angle too. So if we were looking at this head on, let's say there's a little, you can just take it off to the edge of the page so you don't know how far it goes back. So maybe this one sits at the back further, so it might go in a little bit. And then this could be the roof. And this one could come down. Maybe we'll, do I have circle stencil? Yes, I do. See, we don't want it the hole to be too big, because then the squirrels can get in it. So we'll put that one there. And then we have a little stick that they can stand on. And then this one up here, maybe this is a duplex. Let's see, we got there. And there. And one there. And let's put a little bit of molding on the that. All right, so I think that would work, and then we can use that as part of the tuck, which will work for these. So we can have a fancy topper on that. So let's cut out this here. So you may as well use up your papers. No point in having them go to waste. Let's see. That roof is kind of wonky though. Maybe I will. I think I'm going to make my own. So I'm going to make this the center. And then I like this for the top part. So let's see, how much of an angle do I want? Probably right there. So that's 4. Is that right? 4.5. Right there. Okay, so we'll put a line down there. And I'm going to bring it past a bit. And then it's not exactly the, is there a long, well maybe I should use, let's see, is that one the same? Oh, these are bigger. Okay, so we might have to add a little bit, change the shape of the roof a bit. We'll see. We can put it on a shelf, so that can be changed. Okay. I'm probably going to have to put this on, actually, make this work? No, not big enough. Another piece of paper just to keep it sturdy. So if it's like that, I could even put it in front of that if I wanted to. A bit like that. And then nope, not long enough. Let's see what we got here for trim. Here's some, what do they call it? The trim you see on houses. What do they call it? Dental. I think they call it dental. The little squares underneath. On Cape Cod style houses. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it on a, so we can go like that. We could actually stick it out a little bit if you wanted to, but that. Actually, I think I like it this way. So fancy fascia. I'm just going to cut it in half. And then I can make a split in it, bring it up to top. Right. There. So that'll be the peak of that one. And then I can cut it to whatever length I want there. So let's put this on something. I get another folder so I can glue it on, and then we'll cut it out. Hey Kathy! So I'm just going to use some matte medium. If I can get it open. All right. Okay, so we'll glue this onto this so it's nice and glued in. So I don't want it lifting at all. And I'm just going to put some on top too. And then if you got a credit card or one of these squeegees, just run that down so you get all the air bubbles out. Then let's put these guys on. Oh, I should cut them first. Let's see. How big do I want them? Like that. And I think that'll do. Some glue on. To the peak, you want to want it good and stuck. Okay, there we go. And my squeegee. Make sure that's closed at the top. Okay. Now, goes like that. Take one of the smaller ones. Do you have any on this one? Nope. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these guys. These are cute too, the little bottom parts. And that's going to go on the bottom here. So I'll take this one, they're both the same size. These papers are great because then you don't have to do all the cracks and it's all done for you. Okay, so we could do it that way, or I don't think I need that there, so it's going to go in a bit. So that wouldn't show, so I'm going to take this off. And I should have not put that on yet. I'm just going to lift that because my roof goes on there. I might have to, do I have another one? Let's see. Thinking. How did I have that drawing again? Let me look at my drawing. How did I have that? Did I want it? Okay, so that. Can be lower. No, I want that. So, take this off the top. Like that. And then okay, I'm going to glue this piece on here, and it doesn't matter if it goes over the edge. So I'll just cut it once it's all glued down. This is going to be my roof, so I can put that over like that, or yeah, I want it to come in a little bit like that. And then I'm going to cut this to, you can tell I've done house architecture. It's got to make sense. Part of my schooling. Yep, that'll work. So let's lay that down now. Make sure it's under. And then glue this on top. Oh, I need it a little bit. Gotta cover that. There. All right. So there's the roof. So now I can either dry that. I'll paint in the holes. So let's dry that. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Colleen. Hey, Jers. Just making a birdhouse out of scraps or paper. Okay, semi-dry, so I'm going to cut this out. So it's now, do I want, I think it's going to be a pocket, so I have to think how I want this to be. Still a little wet. Okay. Because this could be a problem. But I think I'll cut it anyways and back that on. Piece of paper that I had left over of this. That way, might give it a little strength. And we'll see. It might work without. This is how you play. Try things out. See what works. So they'll go like that. So I could have it just glued on this side so it can slide in like this. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Alright, so then what I'll do is I'll paint this area in here, although I did already cut that. Okay, so I'll have to put this and extend it across, or I could just do it like that too. So it's sitting or up there. Okay, get some of that brown that I had. And a little umber and a little bit of sienna should work. And I'm just gonna paint the bottom of this before I glue that up or adhere it. So a little I think I had and then a little bit of yellow. Streak it up a bit. Or white. Scoopy. More brown. I must have black in that. There. Better. All right. Let's try that. Daisy. See, did you go and watch the little class on the mermaids? I watched it last night. I thought it was very interesting to see her process of composition of a page. That was really interesting. As far as her teaching, I don't think she's been teaching long. She didn't really know how to explain things very well, I found. But I do love her style. Okay, so it'll be like that. I looked for you in the... No, I didn't go to the Zoom one. I just watched it last night. I totally forgot about it, to tell you the truth. And I was busy doing my income tax. It was from, actually I have the paper here. Where is it? This was the class. It was a mini workshop of a mermaid. Manila Oliphant is her name. She's on Instagram. And she has that's her address. She's a really good artist. But she's not the best teacher, I must say. Yeah, they're little mini class. It was only like $5. But did you see the price of her 3-hour class that she's going to have in April? A little steep, I think. Okay, I'm going to put just around the bottom here this tape. Yeah, the next one that she's having is $100. So I don't know. I'm going to put tape around, see how far I want it. I think up to here. So I'm just going to mark it with a pencil. Yeah, I've watched Steve, what's his last name? The World of Watercolor. He has a couple on there for $5. Thing too, the quality wasn't that great as far as the picture. I should have had HD for that. Oh, I didn't want it past there. Oh well. Cut it. Take it up. So like, but I don't know if, well, I don't know if it's her first one that she did, but maybe for them, but I don't think she's done much online as far as teaching. Alright, so now I'm gonna, yeah, she's on Ying. It's got some really cool stuff. The next one that she's doing is about character design, how she comes about doing her characters. It would be interesting, but I think what she wants is a little steep, considering what she put on for this last one. Oh, no nails. There we go. Let's put this guy on. And okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut this part away. She has a Patreon. I think she's very, very generous, I must say. You can get her books. She does the Amazon print. She prints her own. So you can go on her Patreon if you like her work, and she has all of those books for free if you're on Patreon. Okay, there's my birdhouse. It's a little bit warped, but I might put a little bit more glue, or I might actually, no, I better put some glue on there, I think. If this doesn't stay down, I will, but let's see. I was going to say you could stitch it, but it wouldn't look right. Not in this case. Where's all my... finding something I can slide in there. Okay, no, it's too big. Let's slide this in. So, yeah, see, that could be slid in. So it's another spot where you can just slide stuff in. These make sure cute pockets. Yeah, don't they? Easy. Using up my supplies, which I'm happy about. Let's put this back over here for now. So I need to put a little hole in there. I think I might have a punch, or do I want... No, I think I'll paint one. So we can put... How big do we want? Okay, so if this hole was here, you might see the top part. Of that. Nope. Too little. Or be inside. Okay. See how if you did that, makes it look like it's further, you're looking up into it instead? Now you could leave it, I think that's a little too much. So I'm going to erase that, or I'll just fill it in with black. But what one did I use? This one? Yeah. I'm going to put another one down here, I think. So there's two. And then one over here. I think right here. Okay, so let's get some paint. I could use a marker. I got some paint out here anyways, so I'm just going to use this paint that I have. Bird condo, yep. We'll just paint this in. Had too much coffee. My hand's not as steady as it should be. Too much coffee. I'll let that dry and I'll give it another coat. There we go. Okay, let's dry that. Doesn't it, Kathy? I think so. You have all the little trims and everything on it. You don't need to bother with doing all that work. I believe in simple. If you can use something, why not? I'm just going to put a little bit of shading down in one area, right in here. My brush. Just a little bit under there. And then under here would be a little darker. So I just have a lot of water on my brush and I'm just dipping the tip of my brush and putting the tip up where I want the shade. So you still see the paper through it because we put matte medium over top of it, so it's not soaking into that paper. And that's how you get the shading to look cool. Okay. And where else? Oh yeah, we need to put a little something they can stand on. So let's see. Get a little, I have an eraser. I'm just going to dip my eraser in that black paint. And put one right there. And right there. And right here. Alright, so that should work. What else can we do to this? Can add a little bit of, it's fairly dark around there anyway, so I think that's fine. I was going to put a shadow, but I don't think you need to. This might be a little shaded down on the roof because of the side of the other part of the birdhouse would be shadowing it. So we'll put some in here too. And just bring it out a little bit. There. That's cute. I think I'm gonna take that. I had some of this paint. Why not put some straw or twigs in there? Let's see, a little bit of white. If I got any. I'll just use gesso. A little gesso. And this is a fine brush, and maybe a little more dark. You can just have some twigs. I haven't cleaned it out yet. Put a few in here. And more yellow to it. Alright, so there's the little bit of grass or whatever sticking out of it. Oop, something on there. I don't know what that is. Oh well. There we go. Now I could put, maybe I'll just add tape in there. I think I can still do it. Be tricky, but that's what happens. There. Okay. Let's see. Gray ink. Great ink around. Should have done this before I put it on, but oh well. It's coming up. Grunge up some areas. There. Okay, that was just the slate and Adirondack. I think that's cute. So I can put all my stuff in there. This one's a little bit big, so I might have to cut this down a little bit. But it doesn't need to be that tall, so let's cut it down. There. And you can just tuck that in there. Yeah, that's cute. So that'll hold my watercolors that I've been doing and any loose papers. So yeah, so it's got a little bit of dimension and interest. That's the wool or string that we put on when we painted this. I was actually thinking of putting this in, what's it called? Glazing medium of some sort. Where did I put? The clear tar gel, because it'll be super shiny but clear see-through. So I thought that might be kind of cool if we did the glass in that. So let's undo this and we'll put that on when it's dry. Now it'll take a while to dry, so I'll have to come back to this probably in a day. This tar gel takes a long time. And the paper, we'll just stick this behind it. No, that's not going to work. Stick this behind it. So it doesn't go all over the place. That's the tar gel. And just take a brush that's not too big. Got a bright here. And I'm just going to give this a good coat and let it. The nice thing about tar gel is it's self-leveling, and I'm not going to go over the tags, so it'll look like they're overlapped. And it looks milky when you first put it on, but once it's dry, it's clear, clear, clear. It's almost like having a what's it called? Resin. Once it's dry. And because the streaks will end up smoothing out. Takes a while, but it does smooth out. But it'll be super shiny, like glass. Now I think you can get stuff like, I think Ceramic Coat has different stuff that you can use too, called triple thick, if I'm correct. Just want to make sure I got all the areas pretty well done. here. And there. And this is going to need a little bit tricky. Need a smaller brush for there. I think I have it all from what I can see. I've had this thing for years, so it keeps for a long time. But yeah, it's very, very, very shiny. So there, see how shiny? That shine will stay. But it'll be clear once it's dry. Glossy Accents, not sure if they still make. Oh, okay. I know ceramic, or can't remember if it was ceramic coat, or I think I might even have some. Let me see. No, I don't see it. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I do. Deco Art. I don't know if they still make it, but it's Brilliant Gloss Glaze. I'd have to bang it. I haven't had this open. Let's see if it's still good. Oh, I got it. Let's see. I've had this for years. Eons. Yep, still good. Super, super thick. It's a brush on glaze, clear high gloss, gives depth. Brush on 3 times as thick, dries quickly and resists cracking. Only 1 coat is needed. So if you can get that because it's a whole lot cheaper. So we'll put that aside while it dries. I did get my Character Design Quarterly. I love these books. Enabler Alert. My triple thick came in a 2-ounce bottle. Oh, really? Well, you can tell how old mine is then, Xandra. It's ages. I can't, well, it's got to be at least 2000 and, it's got to be over 10 years ago. So that thing is probably close to 10 years old. Yeah, isn't that cute? Such a cute little guy. But these books are great. If you want to learn character drawing, these are an awesome book. So it's a quarterly, and each one has these little fold outs of how to do hair on the back and the front, or something that they teach you. And then the book contains information on how-tos by different artists. I don't know, Colleen, it's over 10 years old. Not sure. So these are little characters, and they talk about the making of them, and if you like this kind of thing. This one's got a little bit more about the artist. Usually they have a section in that talks about how they design things. Like this one here. This is their mind, their process of thinking, how to create a character. So they go through the steps that they do and the sketches that they do in order to develop a character for their story. So it's really interesting. I like this type of thing because it gives you a way of teaching yourself how to think in order to think up things that haven't been already done. Like this is so cute. Like the picture tells a story. Just this one picture. So here this mom and dad having a great old time, but this kid says, "How did my pants and stuff get up in there?" And then there's this little creature here that looks like a cave in a tree is laughing at him. And then the dog knows. He knows everything. Stylization and making messages. So here's about simple characters, but the way they do their eyes, their expressions, their body language makes gives you a message, or the clothes they're wearing would give you a message. Yeah, it's a great learning tool for inspiration, for also designing your own character. Maybe you want to design your own character, but you don't know how to go about doing it. These are great books for that. It's helps you in designing. That's cute. Where they have an actual picture, but they put a cartoon character in it. So great, great books if you like this type. They're not a bad price. I think they're $20 Canadian. But you get a lot of information from them. Angry cloud. See that here, getting emotion, texturizing, boiling over. It's so cute. So it's all about studying emotions on faces, body language, and incorporating them into your work. So there's the remainder of the hair study. We should do this. I know a lot of you have been asking about how to draw hair. So we could probably go through something like this one here and show you the different pointers. So got that. What else was I going to show you? Oh. I was drawing, this is what I was drawing up. Originally it was just the pot with the flowers, and then I thought, well, I should put a little chipmunk in there. Wait a minute, I gotta, so I might do this one again, maybe not the clover, but we'll do, I don't know, something that grows in pots, maybe a geranium or something. So I have a chippy digging in the pots. So this is a really neat way too of, say you like something that you already drew. So what I did, this is the painting that I did a couple last week. So what I did is I took tissue paper and I traced the flowers, and then I knew that I wanted a chipmunk, so I drew a chipmunk. Where did I put it? Yeah, I drew a chipmunk and then traced that on paper. Okay, and that's the shape of the pot that I did. And then what I did was I tried to figure out how I wanted him placed on my pot. And then that's how I got this. And then just eliminated any of the background foliage that would be in front or behind this chipmunk. I left out, and then I put my drawing of this on top to make this, if that makes sense. So that's what you do. You find different bits and pieces of things that you want in your composition, and you use tracing paper to overlap things and place them in the right area until you get it in the areas that you want. Now, I know that this is kind of the manual approach, because this could all be done in Photoshop. But I'm not a Photoshop person. I have trouble even turning the computer on, let alone going into Photoshop. So I like doing it this is how I used to do it in school. This is how we were taught, because we didn't have computers when I went to school. And I know a lot of people, especially nowadays, Photoshop is so darn expensive. It's you can't buy Photoshop. And I'm not talking about Photoshop elements. I'm talking about the true Photoshop. You can't buy it now. You have to rent. And it's I can't remember. It's $1,200 or over $1,200 for depending on what size you want of Photoshop. It's crazy. I think that's such a terrible thing to do, especially to students that are just learning and they have to use Photoshop to have to buy that every month. So pay a fixed fee every month to be able to use Photoshop. I think that's so wrong. Yeah, that's right, Devin. Nothing wrong with low tech. And that's me. I just love doing this type. And then, you know, I feel this keeps your skills going too. It's very easy to do things in Photoshop. Once you know all the ways of using it, it's very easy to forget certain skills of doing it manually. Yeah, Photoshop Elements is totally different, Dot. Totally different. You can buy Photoshop Elements. I'm talking about Photoshop. It's a artist program. So my son had to get it, and he had to pay for it monthly when he was going to school. And then when you're out of school too, you still have to buy it. You know, it's fine if you're making good bucks doing your stuff, but no, I don't have, I have Photoshop Elements, but I do not have Photoshop. My son does. I used it a bit when he was here, when he was living here in the summertime, but it was so confusing for me. There's so many, you have to do this, to do this, to do this, to do this. And I thought, oh, I'll just draw it. It'd be quicker. You know, the computer thing, you know, when they used to have to type out all this stuff when we first got computers in stores, and you'd have to press all these buttons and da 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 just to get one little number in. And it would have been a whole lot easier just to write it down on the sales slip. It's hard. I use the illustration part. Yeah, it's like even Photoshop Elements is so confusing too. My son just laughs at me. Mom, I keep calling him for the same thing. How do I export? How do I? He just rolls his eyes. But yeah, that's why I like my sketchbooks, tracing paper, transfer paper, and I'm all good. So is there anything you guys want me to do next week? Is there anything you want to see happen? Give me some ideas. I'll be doing my folder for April. I think it's going to be about umbrellas, rain, spring flowers, old school, like it. Yep. Can't beat old school sometimes. I think sometimes they just go a little too far with the, especially in the art line. I think it's great for correcting stuff if you're going to make prints, that type of thing. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to talk about to you about. My computer died, or not my computer, my printer, my all-in-one printer. That's why I didn't have a pattern for you today. So I had to order another one. So I thought, well, I may as well get a good one, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start printing off prints, small prints, kind of like what Dee Dee does with hers, and see how. I have to find out about paper and stuff, but I'll let you know about that. And then for those who would rather have a print off, then I can send them to people instead of putting them on the internet. Some people don't have printers. And then I can have little thank yous for my members to send out. So I bought one of those Epson all-in-one tank ones, which I think will be save on ink for sure. So let me know in the chat if you're watching this on the recording, if that's something you would like too. Awesome. Yeah, I thought, oh, may as well. And then too, I could also play with it, print out maybe packs for kits or something that I'll do in the future. Who knows what the future's going to bring. So that could be a really neat print off packs that we'll be doing for future classes too. I just bought an Epson 2760. It's not a bad printer. Can't remember what the one I got. $677 or something like that. I don't know. It's got the scanner and all that type of thing. Or maybe even print off stickers for people. I know there's a lot of people that like stickers for their planners and stuff like that. So that could be something I could start up too, of my artwork, and just scale them down and then use them. Did you get, I got an inkjet. It's the Epson's tank one. So it's a new ink, and it's it doesn't bleed or you can use a light amount of water on it and it doesn't affect it. It's not like your regular printers where the ink smears as soon as you hit water on it. The Epson one doesn't. I did have an Artisan 730, and it was a fantastic. I had that thing for 15 years, and the ink was great. So apparently this new Epson, it came out last year, this new tank one, and it's supposed to have even better ink. So I'm looking forward to getting that. It just came this afternoon before I went on, so I haven't had time to set it up yet. But I'm excited about that. Yeah, so we could do all kinds of stuff, you know, make our own books for different months or season or stuff like that, and then you've got the printout all ready to go, and then we'll add to it, is what I'm thinking. So I can add all the patterns and information for that month, and then we can all do it together and we'll all have the same thing. That's what I'm thinking. So I don't know if you guys would be interested in that or not. And then keep it fairly small so it doesn't cost a lot as far as mailing out stuff. 'Cause I am in Canada, so it could be depending on the thickness. It wouldn't be really thick though, because it'd only be 1 month. So that way you get under the weight that they allow to go through before they up the price. Yeah, stickers too. I thought they would be fun. I've got quite a few different types of sticker material to work with to try out, so I'll be doing that. See what it's like. See how they print. So anything you wanted me to do in next month's April? Anything you want me to think up for painting? Give me some ideas. I do have a bunch of patterns for farm animals and chicks, deer, bear, that type of thing. Of course, we got to add some flowers in on all that, but that's the only thing I've been thinking about so far. So, is there anything you want me to look at and see if I can find something to paint? Subject matter. Do you like this type of thing, or do you want me to do more landscapes? I know in the watercolor they want a little bit more landscapes. I could do people too, but I know a lot of people shy away from doing people or faces. Maybe drawing and painting different animals. Okay, I've got a book on animals, so I can do all kinds of animals. Farm animals, yes. Both realistic and quirky. Okay, interesting. Yeah, we can do quirky. I like doing more caricature animals. They're fun. You can make them look sad or happy or goofy. I like garden scenes and animals included. Okay, Ray. Yep, that's up my alley. Barns, yes. Got lots of barns in my area. I have some beautiful scenery in my area. Maybe I'll take some pictures of old, what are they called? We have beautiful rolling acres here in my area. And just outside of town, there's some beautiful areas where they have these overpasses that the trains would go on, but they're the old ones made out of huge timbers. The trains don't go on them anymore. They're all abandoned, but they've kept them up and made them into walkways. So you can go in these ravines and you walk over the ravines on these old trails. Some of them are just gorgeous. Because we have like 3 rivers that come through our little town. So we've got all these bridges and Baby chicks. Yes, I like baby chicks. We could go with farm animal spring theme. Yep. Colleen wants chickens. Yeah, I like chickens too. I love doing chickens, especially chicks. Ducks. All right. So next, sounds like a plan. Next month will be all about the new babies on the farm or whatever. Goats. Actually, next week I'll probably do a lamb sticking his tongue out at us because we're supposed to get snow at the end of the month. And it came in like a lion here, and it's supposed to go out like a lamb, but the lamb's sticking his tongue out at us. Ducks. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do some, see what we can think up. Yes, I don't know about you. No, you guys, actually the States is supposed to be overly warm, they're calling for. So you're supposed to be above normal temperatures, but we're, it's not really surprising. Pretty well every year, the end of March, the beginning of May, we get snow. Piglets? Yeah, I got a really cute one of a piglet, and he's being scolded by a bird. It's really cute. It's kind of a quirky one, but it's cute. Highland cows. Are those the brown ones with the big beautiful eyes and the dark noses? Oh, okay. I don't know why they hid your mess show. Yeah, those are really cool looking. That would be a neat one. Yeah, I like doing animals. Maybe we could do some in watercolor too. Those would be cool. All right. So I got lots to think about and to plan now. So I can look for different things to get drawing and get some ideas. Thanks, guys. So I'll let you guys go because my pups are whining upstairs. And yeah, I'll get working on barn animals and country and flowers. Awesome. Hey, Michelle. You're welcome. All right, we'll let you guys go, and you guys have a fantastic creative day. Get your books out, do something creative. It'll make you feel better. And we'll see you on Tuesday. Have a good one.